What's up,
Hey,
chat?
what's up, guys? Be aware there is a 3-minute delay for the stream, so you are gonna be seeing things 3 minutes delayed. But welcome. This is the first CSU East Bay kickoff tournament. So to start off the tournament, we started with 6 teams. As you guys know, we have 2 left. So congratulations to both Cal Poly Pomona and CSU Fullerton for making it to the grand finals. We're here to watch, hopefully a very good best out of 5 grand final here. And I want to appreciate all of you who tune in for tuning in. So we're getting the lobby started right now. We can start off by like talking about, both teams and like the roads to coming here. So like we have, I think first we had CSU Fullerton Orange. They played in the semifinals against, I think it was Evergreen Valley College, I think, and they got a 2-0 victory on them. I think Haven was pretty close, if I remember correctly, it was around 13-11. And then I think the second map they just like 13-4 on Sunset, I'm pretty sure. It was a pretty dominant victory. And then for fans of Cal Poly Pomona, they also got a 2-0 over CSU East Bay Team Crimson. Also was a 2-0, right? And I think it was a really close overtime match in Haven, and then a clean 13-5 on Corrode. So both teams looking very dominant going into this grand final. I'm actually really curious to how it plays out. How many maps do you think it's gonna go to? Honestly,
4.
think it's gonna be 4?
Think so.
I mean, okay. I know
3
like
sounds a little
yeah, you think
too
not
cocky,
3-0?
so I think it's 4.
Okay. Honestly, me personally,
I
I'm
do.
actually hoping for like a 5 map series because like I don't you don't really get to see them often. Usually it's a lot of like 3-1s, 3-0s, but I want to see this go to distance. I feel like both teams looking very strong going into this final, and I think like they have the potential to like give us a really cool matchup here. Both from SoCal as well. So I can't wait to see how this plays out. Um so yeah, as we're getting the lobby started, I think everybody's starting to join. They're gonna start doing like map bans and vetoes. Pretty shortly, if I remember correctly. So yeah, just hang tight for a bit. We're just gonna wait for everyone to get into the stream and all of that. But I'm actually interested because I know that Pomona really liked Haven. I think both teams played on Haven yesterday, so we could probably expect Haven to be played. Um, because I know they're both really close games, so I feel like a Haven match would be really good. But I'll be honest, if we like take a look here, just at like how the maps were played though, I think both teams picked pretty different compositions. If I remember correctly, I think we'll have to like look back at it. But I know that on Pomona, they use like the Eurojet combination, right? So like what are your thoughts on like that kind of approach with like double duelist, like double dive? Like what do you think of that approach?
Well, I think it's good for entering when it comes to being aggressive. You said 2 duelists and 2 dives?
Oh yeah, two duelists, Eurojet in particular, it's a combination commonly used for like diving. So like for example, it would be like Yoru like flashing and teleporting into sight while Jet dashes up. Kind of like creating chaos on the site. Maybe there's like a cipher on C on Haven, for example. It can make it very hard for him to hold. So stuff like that. Like, but there's also like other approaches too, like the double initiator, right? Like in the past it was like a lot of like Sova and Breach. So like there's obviously like a lot of different ways to play the game. But um I'm kind of curious to see on like if both teams have a different style and like kind of like how that plays out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trying to see what kind of different team comps these 2 schools have and how they're gonna execute site and how they can hold site.
I'm not gonna lie. Um I I mean yeah, okay. actually, one thing I did want to talk to you about was kind of like the agent changes, right? I mean, they're not out yet, obviously, right? But
But everyone has seen it.
everyone's got to have seen it by now. Like those of you watching, surely, like I know at least some of you probably had your eyes open today because of just how like different things are gonna be in just like a few weeks. I'm personally not really like a big fan of it because like I like well me personally I really like utility. So seeing that utility is getting like hard nerfed, like the recharge I think on the initiator utility is now 60 seconds. I mean
Yeah,
I think that's a
that's just
very
really
extreme
long.
change. It's really long, yeah.
From 45 seconds to 60 seconds. That's
Yeah.
a very big change. And for Omen here, 40-second cooldown on his
That's
smokes. At this point, it might as well be a different game. Where the
no.
abilities at?
Yeah. No, no. Actually though, like cuz like okay, for all you Yoru fans out there, I'm one of them. Yoru, I think over the years he's, gotten more and more popular. Obviously this year I would say was his breakout year where he was kind of like the main character, right? Main character being played, main character being picked up on the duelist role. His flexibility with like the teleport, the amount of fake info he can give, his ultimate ability obviously being kind of like a Sova drone, a glorified Sova drone, but you can also throw utility and then shorty a guy. I think like I think it was bound to happen, Like Yoru was just getting micro buffed like every almost like not every patch, but like pretty often for years. I think like as much as it sucks as like a Yoru fan myself, like I can understand why they did it. I was questioning though why they didn't nerf the TP though, because I feel like the TP like with the insta rotation and all was like really strong.
It's really broken.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go see if the map vetoes have started. I think they have. Let me get some info for you guys on like how exactly we're gonna be playing this. Ah, I see. Okay, so we have the oh yeah. By the way, if you guys don't know, the current map pool for the tournament is the one that's going to be used next patch. So not the one that's in the game right now. It's the one with like Pearl and Split coming back in while they take out a Sun and Lotus. So looking at the map veto so far, um it started off with CSU Fullerton banning Split and then Pomona banning Pearl. So that already eliminates the two maps that probably teams haven't had much time to practice on. The new ones coming back into the ranked pool. So we won't be seeing anything super cool from there, unfortunately. But we will see our first map on Sunset. Sunset is um typically, you can play Sunset in many different ways. Like some teams like to do the double, just the classic like Sova or Fade and Breach. It's a really strong for contesting A site on defense. Or you can do like the double dive that we talked about before. Or teams might run like the Yoru Neon or like the Yoru Rays, right? Or Waylay even. Waylay's also had a quite the up and pick rate lately as well. But yeah, we'll have Fullerton picking Sunset as their first map with their defense half for Pomona, and we will have Pomona picking Haven as the second map. So as I expected, Haven was let through on the bans and was picked by Fullerton. With um, Fullerton will be starting on defense for that map, which then leads to Fullerton banning Abyss and Pomona banning Bind. I honestly was expecting Abyss to be played. I was actually kind of surprised that Abyss wasn't let through. I feel like based off what I got about these teams, like possibly Abyss might be like a good pick, but they decided to get rid of Abyss and Bind. I know against East Bay, Pomona let Bind through, so I'm actually really surprised that this time they're like no Bind. So that also, by the way, will lead us with Corrode. Um, yeah. So we have. Let's see. Oh, I am sorry. There is an issue with the map veto. So, unfortunately, our tournament organizer, we forgot that there's a best of 5. So this is a best of 5 series. So, to kind of relay where we're at, we're picking Sunset still. Sunset and Haven are still going to be the first 2 maps, so that's normal. But what's different now is that Bind is being played. So I thought. So Bind is being played, with Pomona starting on defense, while we have Corrode picked by Pomona with Fullerton starting on defense. So I'm gonna relay that in a second because I know there's kind of a lot said and it might be hard to remember. I mean, well, obviously, like after each map you'll just see it, but yeah, just being able to go with that honestly. But it's kind of interesting, like I've never really like watched a BO5 like in this setting, so it'll be actually pretty interesting to see how it goes. Um, like, what are your thoughts on BO5s? Do you think like how different do you think they are from like a BO3, for example? Just or even just a BO1? Because a lot of tournament
My
regions.
opinion,
Yeah.
BO5s are way too long. And then players get tired once they're on their like third or fourth match. Because sometimes these games can be close. They could even go over to overtime. And
Oh
by that
yeah.
time it's already an hour long for your first match. And then you can see all the well, you can obviously tell when people start getting tired. You start not locking in as much. That's
Oh,
why I
for
think
sure, for sure.
BO5s are way too long. BO3s, they're a little better because sometimes you don't end up playing 3 games. It's just 2 matches.
Hmm.
But there's a chance you could be playing 5 maps.
Yep.
That's a lot of Valorant.
I agree. That is a lot of playing. BO5s definitely are no joke. Cause like every Valorant game is like what, like 35, 40 minutes, I would say, like a typical length, unless it's like a complete stomp. But you multiply that by 5, like it's taking a while, and it's a Sunday night. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, the game is good and everybody, gets good times of play. And it looks like we are ready to start our first map, Sunset. So I'm actually really hyped to see. I love watching like different teams play. Just because like I get to see like the ideologies, behind or the philosophies behind play. And yes, we are finally starting. Enough yapping from me, Jesus. So we're gonna see how the comps play out here. So it looks like we
Let's
are
see what they
going for a
choose.
chamber on the side of Pomona. Now, Chamber, he's kind of had his resurgence, after having a really quiet like 2023, 2024 post nerfs. But he's definitely started to have a little bit of a resurgence this year, with that trip range, I think the trip range, right? They got rid of it, so it's just like full now, like, just kind of how it used to be. So I honestly like the chamber pick here. I think he's really good for like just locking down an angle, and especially if you have a shooter, if this chamber can shoot really well, then yeah, he's gonna be one heck of a nuisance for these guys on Fullerton. But it looks like with the full side of Fullerton, they are going with a double duelist, double dive kind of comp style here. So we got on the side of and agents are all locked in now. So Pomona taking that more defensive setup with double senti versus the side of Fullerton getting very aggressive here with that double dive Lele Neon. It's going to be interesting really to see how the two philosophies play out here and clash on the map of Sunset, which I personally really like, but it's so interesting, with the the nerfs, and all that announced today. Just seeing these characters, and you just think like, wow, like a month from now, like we might not be seeing Omen. I mean, the Omen nerfs. Obviously, we haven't played them. We don't know how bad they will be, but there's a big chance that it might heavily influence that maybe Omen won't be depict the controller. So we're finally starting to match. Very excited to watch. And also thank you to all of you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys, enjoy the match as well. So we're gonna start off here. See how the setup is. I'm actually curious, on how both teams here are gonna want to start off with kind of first round of the game, I feel like kind of gives a really good insight, you know, on how they're gonna play throughout the entire game. So seems pretty standard so far, you know. The chamber trip top mid to watch for that mid lurk, you know, and then have the chamber close the door. I'm potentially seeing here inside Pomona, closing the door, getting a mid angle here, maybe walking out, so we can TP out, walking down mid. But it also looks like they're tripling towards A. We're gonna see how this goes. So yeah, as expected, Chamber's gonna walk out here. Spots 2. Those 2 are mid. There's a lot running up, so looks like we got a lot fighting top mid. There's a very aggro mid splitting coming into B here. Action.
Go, go, go!
Takes 7 damage. You know, seems like Fullerton's off to a very, very strong start here.
I'm out of here!
Picks the game. What do you think of that mid split?
I thought it was great. The way they pushed up really fast.
And
One enemy remaining.
This is a very dominant first round here for the side of Fullerton. If you are a fan of the Fullerton team here,
Gotta go.
just be happy. This is a very dominant first round for them.
I'm out of here.
Well, we're gonna see exactly what this race can do here. It's gonna be a very tough one. Maybe get a few guns off.
Flawless.
No, Charles was shut down here for the first round. I mean, honestly, they just abused mid there. They had the trip, obviously, to stop it, but it didn't really matter because there was 4 of them. Seems like Fullerton, you know, with that double dive calm, we're just gonna, you know, run it down. Pretty expected. We're gonna see if the side of Pomona here can have an answer to that in the Zico. This should go in the way of Fullerton, but you never know. I've seen the thrifties happen. And they are gambling a stack towards A here. So far, it looks like they'll be starting on that side. Taking space towards mid here for the side of Fullerton. Honestly, I honestly think that this mid default is actually really strong, just because of the fact that like it kind of goes against like the idea of gamble stacking, which is a common eco round call. Just like see if you can just play off each other and get the trades while they're running in. But it looks like they do have the right read here, regrouping towards the B side of the map. However, Pomona do have info around mid and A. They should know that they're about to enter into B here. Let's see if they can react fast enough to maybe get a few picks. A full contact all the way into spawn. Fullerton have done a good job at masking their push here. Here it comes. The fight will begin.
I'm out of here.
That's the first pick. Goes in for more. Now,
Satchel out.
so far. There we go. I mean, this is gonna be hard for Pomona, but you never know.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, and Fullerton just cleans up the round.
Gun.
Honestly, you should notice though how like Fullerton didn't just run into B, they kind of contacted their way up. Because yeah, even though like Pomona knew that like yeah they weren't A or mid, they didn't know exactly when they were gonna get into B. So that was well called from the side of Fullerton to like deny like that information and like when. Because if they had just run it down, Pomona could have fast rotated and reacted like at the right time to like catch him off guard. Well played from them.
Let us hunt.
Seems like another, you know, default so good towards B. Start of the round. But now they're centered more towards the A side of the map. So the shock sent for Cypher trip finds nothing though, unfortunately. So this Cypher is set up towards A this round. It looks like Fullerton are kind of anticipating here like an A push at the start of the round. They might be trying to contact up A. It's very possible. But Mona is chilling back, waiting for them to walk in. It seems like Pomona is very anxious about mid though. It's having a lot of bodies with the trip, kind of anticipating maybe that pistol. And the race does sit down though. There's no smokes for the side of Fullerton. But there is a trade given. There's a trade given on the side of Fullerton as well. It seems honestly that to get into A though for free. Seems like a retake would be played. Frostbite gets it. Is that a spam kill or?
Planted the spike.
One-way smoke to isolate the angle here. Charles gets the pick still on the Frostbite. The retake commences.
One enemy
Good
remaining.
trade.
Cage triggered.
Ice player is spotted. Let's see
I'm
if
out of here.
we can
Good.
clutch this out.
One enemy remaining.
That's one. 1v1 situation. Oh, tries to go for the slide but cannot get it done. That is the first round on the board for Pomona. Honestly, I think like the trades are actually really good from side of Fullerton. They made that very costly from side of Pomona. But Pomona is able to close out that round. It's a very big first round for their side. So looking at this, it seems like Fullerton still are looking towards the A side of the map, kind of running the same play as last round, same call, but this time the Sova will not be looking for the trips. This might actually be a double dive fast A hit.
Move.
Let's see it.
So, yeah, five-man hit. Looks like a 5-man hit here. They are very confident in their A take. Contacting up, gets picked off at the start. Not there to help. Stun connects on the default. And that is the double dive in action. That was very... That was actually really well played. I'll explain more tonight.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, go for it. Unfortunately, gets picked.
Cage triggered.
The trade will be coming in from Fullerton. That is a very clean A exit for the side of Fullerton.
Gotta go.
I'm gonna be so honest. That call there to like for the Neon to like stun, then Waylay dashes over to stun, just to pick off
Such a
the
good
two
play.
people. It was actually really well coordinated. But it was really interesting on the side of Pomona, where I think the race just kind of solo peeked in the main. I think there might have been maybe a communication error potentially on like, you know, when they are peaking. So let's see if Pomona can like win that part. But honestly, well played on the side of Fullerton. Like on the exit. Made it very coordinated together. Actually towards mid. Lex is gonna get the first one there. Fortunately,
Bring them down.
A main is cleared out. Another pick towards mid. So as you see, like the Raze bot was just sent down A main. They have cleared out like potential aggression that Fullerton was showing in these past 2 rounds towards there. And it looks like they are kind of contact up B here. Cypher does have knowledge on at least one player. I don't think he spotted the Omen, but it's very possible. It looks like this chamber is ready for it, because he is about to get contact. Does not get the pick, but is able to get the info inside. And it seems like Fullerton is successfully taking the B side, so this will be another retake for the side of Pomona.
Spike planted.
Get our rotates coming in here. Rotates are very late. They were anticipating a lurk, I'm pretty sure. Let's see how this goes. Dog broken 4. The nade is still sent close. So we're expecting another pick.
One enemy remaining.
And good trades again, once again, from the side of Fullerton. Honestly, it's just been very dominant, honestly. Fullerton been able to get on the sites without like using either any much utility or deaths at all. So it's been like really solid entries from their side. Oh, so you see the pings on the map. They might be planning to do a B split here. Or like play in the market. I'm assuming they're probably
Keep them
anticipating
cornered.
the chamber peeking mid, but it would not be there.
Cover going out.
One.
Yeah, there's a way on. Get out. Good cage. But they are on the B site once again. This will be yet another retake for the side of the. We'll see how this plays out.
Satchel out.
And they're diving in on tap. Raise rocket pop. Gets 2 with the rocket. There's more action going on site.
One
Cypher
enemy
ult is
remaining.
red. And that is a very clean retake from side of Fullerton. Having to play retake many
Teleport's
rounds,
ready.
but that raise rocket, what had big impact on the tap there. Honestly, I really like the proactivity from the side of Fullerton there to like rotate fast, as they know they usually just Fullerton's usually start committing. Getting that rotate fast and being able to flood in with the rocket to get those 2 picks. Fullerton had no time to react to that.
A gift.
It was an interesting
Instead of
idea.
getting picked off.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was like the interesting idea of having the Waylay ult set in the market. Didn't tag the Omen, but Omen was able to safely get away with the Cypher. Looks like on the side of Pomona, it is looking for a main control play here, but unfortunately,
Where are you?
we got Fullerton with the mid once again.
Here we go!
Leon ult pops back in the market. Sees it.
Shortcut!
Lucen gets one to Leon. Doesn't expect the second one though. Missed the Omen.
I know exactly where.
Can Omen get a timing there?
Spike planted.
Not gonna lie. Never mind. But looks like another retake round. Let's see how this one plays out. Cross once again for Fullerton on CT here. Catches the first. Sung gets a trade. The retake starts. Picks going on to the side of Pomona here. One more backside.
Last player
The
standing.
trade forwards are good.
One day.
1v1. And Yuzuman closes out the round. Oh, 2v1, sorry. Yeah, Yuzuman closes out the round though for the side of Fullerton. Let's get it. Another retake round on B. It seems like Pomona's game plan so far has just been to retake the B side. Which is really interesting. Because I think maybe... Yeah, okay, yeah, see? Now they're putting the chamber trip towards B. Looks like they're trying to put a little bit more utility on that side. But still heavily contested mid. As Fullerton have gone market twice in a row without seeing chamber. Let's see how it plays out this one. Once again, Fullerton avoiding the stacks from Pomona. Now walking towards A. A contact hit here. Oh, we have a shotgun and elbow. This might be huge. Oh, but Charles hard clears the corner and gets the initial pick here. Now they're going to hit A.
There. I'm out of here.
The awareness from Charles there to get that first pick. Very big.
I'm out of here.
There is a
Spike
pick.
down A.
Spam. Action. Frostbite. Using the fatal impact. It's like a front retake.
Spike planted. Mark quickly.
That's three on the side.
I'll find you.
It's a retake commences.
3 killed.
Omen, good for 3.
One enemy
shots.
remaining.
This is a another 2v1 situation. A Moody in a 1v2 situation. Can he close out the round? Forward. Unfortunately, Quedos with the 4-piece. Okay, big run from Quedos there. Obviously, he got 4-piece there. Much needed round for the side of Pomona, bringing them back into the game. The Fullerton's dominant market rushes. Honestly, this game has not disappointed so far. There have been very hectic and close rounds
Good
here on
fights.
retakes. Yeah, the trades have been really good on both sides, honestly, throughout this match so far.
And a lot of good
That's a
entry.
spot.
Yeah, the double dive, definitely see the coordination between the Waylay and Leon.
Here.
Definitely see the strength in the
Here.
comp for sure. It's kind of interesting, right? Seeing how the chamber is being played for info peaks and potential picks as well. Let's see if we can get more impact from that. But it seems like Fullerton once again starting things good here. The jump peak, getting contact on one mid. But it seems like Fullerton are reacting fast towards A here after that initial mid presence. Fake TP here. Fake presence into elbow. They are not fearing away from this A rush. I've noticed that Fullerton really likes to go for these kind of contact hits,
Shadows traveling.
They seem to have a read on Pomona, playing farther back, more retake style. So they're kind of playing against that by giving them as minimal information as possible on their side hits. I think it's actually really interesting. But it seems like Fullerton are getting ready for this A hit after the race is
Shadows
fired.
traveling.
Yep, as expected. Shock chart is good for
Back
both
in a
trips.
flash.
initial pick. TP's out.
Spike planted.
VDOS gets caught out early this round after a monster round last round.
There.
Seems like everybody's getting in position to retake here. Good stun to stall out Mona there.
There.
Seems like they are about to take content on to retake. They have 3 people. 2 more.
Cage trigger.
Last player standing.
Moody with 3. And Moody now Omen on the side of Fullerton now with the 4 piece. That's 2 4 pieces in a row for Omen players. Omen battle going on. And we got a first timeout on the side of Mona, sorry. So let's see what they're able to cook up. So what do you think so far, about both teams have been playing so far? What do you think?
I think it's really interesting to watch, just seeing how they're able to execute with 2 duelists and making it all work out. And for Pomona over here, they know not to hold sight when it comes to them rushing to not lose teammates and being able to retake. I feel like their retakes are actually really good. They're able to win a couple rounds off of retaking completely rather than just waiting on side, try to fight it out. Because at the end of the day, they don't know where they're going.
What
do you think?
I would like to see possibly an adjustment from the side of Pomona, maybe to like contest the space more, because it seems like Fullerton right now are just kind of walking up, kind of contacting it.
Yeah.
And then it's really good to play retake on the map like Sunset. I think their idea of doing that is really good, but maybe getting more early info on where exactly
Because
Fullerton
they don't
are headed.
completely know where they
Yeah,
are.
exactly. Because right now it seems like
That
Pomona are
goes
playing
there.
like very passive angles. When they do have like the chamber, to like
This
lock
goes
down
here.
like, aggressive angle for info and stuff like that.
Yes,
It'd be really,
this should do.
really
This is a nice
interesting
spot.
seeing maybe a few adjustments on that part. Let's see how this goes. So it seems like Fullerton are really grouped up towards the B side here. This Fate Hunt, they are going very fast now. So forget what I said about contacting and Fullerton here. These guys are just going in now. But once again,
No need to
taking-
contact.
Yeah,
You don't understand.
taking the side of Mona here.
I must wait a moment.
So it seems like they will be committing a lot of utility in this retake, seeing if they can get as many picks as they can with the deco guns. But he gets to shoot once again. Backside. We're getting traded. Lucent grabs chamber.
Satchel out.
Spots 2 default here. Shotgun in hand. Maybe some doing it.
Last player standing.
Does not catch Charles in the corner though. Nice try. That was actually I actually kind of like the idea though, of that open point to help flood in. I think it was actually great. It was unfortunate they were on the eco, but I'm sure now they have a plan to cook up for the Y round. So let's see how they want to play this one. But yeah, Fullerton making an adjustment there in their pacing, After playing like contact for like most of this half so far, they decided to go very fast into B. Just B, 5-man B main rush, a simple one. Seems like they're trying, maybe possibly to go to market to spawn.
Go.
Based off what I saw in the pings. Oh, that whale again in market. Chamber is able to dodge it. Are they aware of it? No, they are not aware. This is a very scary.
Spike down B.
I know exactly where you are.
Slides to raise. They don't get over the other 2 yet. Rudy getting very aggressive here with this smoke. Does he expect? Oh, lost by.
One enemy remaining.
Spotted this one. Guidos do it again for the Steve. We've seen it before.
One enemy
That's
remaining.
first. Unfortunately, Charles does get the trade. Fullerton do close out their 8th round. Honestly, that got really
Last
hectic
round
though.
before
Like
the
that
switch.
spawn fight where when they went through market.
Not going
And the
on.
trade, the trades were going on for the side of Pomona. They were very close to winning that round. Unfortunately, Charles wasn't able to trade.
Last round of the half.
Yeah. But that's 2 rounds in a
goes
row
there.
for Fullerton, the pace change. Just going fast. Disrespecting the amount of space that Pomona are giving them currently. But it seems like this round they're playing a little slower. Once again, another pace change. Not 5 minutes. Playing a little default again. Okay, and Chamber with that aggressive peek in the mid gets the first pick. Okay, this starts off with a 5v3 actually for the side of Pomona. Much better start already, kind of taking the space with the fights. Not letting Fullerton just walk up into them all the time. This is actually really good adjustment. He does get the trade though in the chamber. 4v3 favor Pomona's side.
I'm out of here.
Already taking an aggressive fight. Good for 2 so far. Let's have the From the Shadows. 3 ults left in the for the side of Fullerton on the last round and a half. Grenade! Take commences once again. Already aware of 2 players next.
Satchel out.
Not actually.
1 enemy remaining.
Good for 3 does
Satchel out.
They're sticking the bomb. That's sticking.
The spike is diffused.
I think Gliston saw it, might have thought it was a tap. But
It was
Switching
flatline.
sides.
yeah,
He might have
huge
not
round.
heard.
Yeah, huge round for the side of Pomona there. Maybe good for I think 3, right? 3 on that retake. Monster run from them to get the 4. So now we have our half switch. So now we get to see, you know, the chamber cipher be played on the attack side, other than the double dive. But it does seem like Fullerton do want to contest A main. And I think this comp is actually really strong for that. So let's see how it goes here. Looks like this might turn into a brawl in A main.
Go, go, go!
Breaking the door towards mid.
Shadows traveling.
He now needs to be worried about the market lockup now. Good info. Some utilities. Oh, it seems like okay. The A space is being contested right now. They are not giving Fullerton free control maybe. But it does seem like they have it. As 20XX is picked off in the mid. It seems like
Cover going out.
accelerating towards the B. Like, but unfortunately, he is picked off.
Last player
And
standing.
they are.
Flawless.
I feel like.
I'm out of here.
What do you think about that pistol round?
I thought they played it a little too slow.
So you
But
think?
the A space was being contested and they weren't able to push up. But they could have taken some fights.
I understand that. Yeah, I think it's okay to play slow with the.
Gotta go!
They have like the chamber cipher. They are definitely
Yeah.
having chamber lurk aggressively for those picks.
Yes.
I just it makes sense on paper, honestly. I think the. We'll see what they do this round. So it seems like they're grouped towards B main. Might be trying to get a B orb here. And there we go. See, there's the aggressive work for chamber we were just talking about. Getting the first pick. They do the 5v4. Good start for them so far. Good space.
They found my wire.
They cleared out the A main space. But it does seem like the side of Pomona is looking to re-clear the A space. This is actually a really good call. They're leaving AV though on the side of B to work up still. There we go. So I don't. It does seem like they're expecting to be made. Yeah. Last fight. They do pick up off AV on the side. They know it's going to be A side.
Last player standing.
Good for 4.
Wow.
Walking down to A side. But we got to see the impact of the chamber pick there. You know, getting that aggressive work from the early pick on A. I do think chamber is really good for getting that aggressive work. While you have kind of Cypher play more for that information
Gotta go.
defense stall. Cypher's a really good like information gatherer, especially on like the attack side with the camera. Obviously, we have flank watching trips. But it seems like on this round, on the side of
This is a nice spot.
side of Pomona, we are looking for a fast A potentially. Yeah, AP is already up. Charles does pick off the chamber though. That is the chamber work dead. They already have 3 here on the A side. So we're gonna wear this. Maybe a loan from the team. Picked off.
Spike down A.
Fullerton, they just have all their players stacked here at this point. This is gonna be very hard.
Last
Together.
player standing.
Listen, free fire.
Shot done.
I mean,
No more to oppose us.
yeah, it just seems like on the side of
Right here.
Fullerton, they're just reading them hard. On the
Right here. They
stacking
demand
the
a fight.
side.
Who are we to disobey?
Trying to see what Pomona can do. I still believe in the comeback. Honestly, I've seen it happen before. I think I see like the potential. Like the rounds, like they're getting good picks. They're getting like pretty good fights. It's just like
They're just unable to get onto site.
you do have to remember this is I'm pretty sure this is Fullerton's map pick, so it is expected for Fullerton to be very strong.
That is true.
It looks like they are just disrespecting versatility and that's picked up by Hamudi.
Spike is down.
Main fight.
Spike down B. Last player standing. Flawless.
I think momentum is just so far to the side of Fullerton right now, you know?
Match point.
I think Fullerton just have like the right reads
Go,
right
go,
now.
go.
Momentum going on their side. Confidence is definitely showing in these fights. And this next round setup does seem like bomb will be towards the A side of the spawn. What? Wow, wait, what is this? This is a culture from the side of Fullerton here. They are just 4-manning mid at the start. Just looking for that chamber maybe, potentially, for that work. But they are all just walked out. And because they didn't use a bottom mid smoke or anything, it's going to be hard for Pomona to read into this. Oh no, I don't think they're ready. Yeah.
Shot down. Shot
Fought out
down.
the first. Seemed like they're expecting more than one though. And it seems, yeah, Pomona is making a good call here to accelerate up in main. Winston's picking up yet another in main. Teams are top
Take
here.
flight.
They do have the idea that they're running into their spawn. With bomb. These guys are just
Last
fighting.
player standing. Defenders win.
Honestly, nice try. But it was really interesting. Yeah, they just went for the kills in. They wanted to just get the fights in. They did have the sight. Maybe they were worried about retake potentially. But that concludes our first map. 13-4. A dominant victory on the side of CSU Fullerton. On their map pick. 10. But yeah, we will be heading into a break. So if you guys want to hold up. They want to do, I think, 5 minute. Yeah, 5-minute break might be better for this format of BO5. But that concludes the first map. So we will take a 5-minute break. Yeah, we'll see you when the next map is about to start.
Woohoo.
All right, and our break has concluded. So we are starting our second map of Haven, with I think Fullerton will be starting on the defense half. So as you see, this is the scoreline from last map. Dominant victory for the side of CSU Fullerton. But honestly, the game did start out close. I have a lot of hope for Cal Poly Pomona still, even though that first map was definitely dominant for the side of Fullerton. Because at the beginning it seemed pretty close. There are a lot of close rounds that could have gone either way. But I'm interested to see the compositions once again for the map of Haven, because last time we saw that double sentinel versus double dive, but wow, the locks were very fast this time around.
Have a
So,
Yoru.
yes, the Yoru on the side of
Pomona.
Cal Poly Pomona here. They ran this exact comp against East Bay actually yesterday. So I'm actually really interested in seeing how they want to play today, because the game against East Bay was very close. And if I remember correctly as well, the game for Fullerton as well against Evergreen Valley was also very, very close as well. I think it was 13-11 for that Fullerton versus Evergreen map, and I think 13-15 for that East Bay versus Pomona map. So I think this map's gonna be a banger, honestly, with those past two results being really close. Me personally, I mean, I'm a little biased, of course. You know, I'm gonna go with Pomona's Yoru comp here. I really like the Yoru pick. I think Yoru Jet also synergizes really well. I think for like C execs. But if I remember correctly, Pomona's style was very defaulty, very slow pace, with like Yoru faking information, breaking East Bay's tripwires, and kind of denying that info. So we'll see how they want to play it this time around. But you got on the side of Fullerton here, we got the Jet and Neon combination instead of the Jet and Yoru. But both teams going for that double duelist setup. With obviously it looks like the three of them all share Sova, Omen, and Cypher, which makes sense as they're all very strong on this map in their current state. I'm interested to see, like how the buffs and nerfs, how that changes this map. But for now, this is what we're gonna deal with. I feel like Haven also can be played very defaulty. Three sides. You wanna, as the attacker, you wanna be pulling that defender side of the team to certain sites and then re-hitting the other one. Kind of faking information, breaking utility. Playing it slow, making them make the wrong rotate. But if I'm looking towards A here on the side of Fullerton here, got 4 towards A. They might be fighting this early.
Cage triggered.
They are not going to take this space. They got full info in the A side, but Mona making the right call, not challenging. Fullerton being very proactive here. Everybody leaving the A side. Side of Pomona, seeing that A fight, does want to accelerate towards C. It seems like they're ready for this though, inside of Fullerton. Seems like a flood retake is possibly incoming here. Fight is incoming. And here comes the flood. Tap. Trade going all the way.
Spike down, C. One enemy remaining.
2v1 situation for Yoru here. And
Go. Gun here.
that was a very chaotic round.
I'm out of here.
With it started out with Fullerton 4-manning A main, getting that A main control, then instantly calling to rotate to C. Very well called, honestly, from both teams, because it was a good reaction from the side of Pomona to definitely run towards C, but also really good on the side of Fullerton to assume that.
I'm out of here.
And it seems like an accidental ghost was done here.
Oh no, they're cheating.
Yeah. Gotta have cheats in the lobby to, get the round roll back. What? Seems like the A fight will not get much value here. Really mid fight. However, Charles does get 2 trades. It's just an early fight towards mid here.
Last player standing. Spike down, B.
Well, very well coordinated side forward from there. Having one walkout garage for the flank, I think. I'm not really sure what happened that round, honestly, but it seemed like there was a fight towards mid, and I think think it was 2 players holding E, like top up or up and down. Getting this really fixed at the start. Let's see how the attack wants to play this.
Here.
Seems like they do want to contest this A main fight. They are aware that Fullerton love to play up on A. Let's see how they want to play against it.
Cutting through.
Here, running it down.
Too easy.
20x with a really good free. Charles.
Spike down A.
Sure. Phone is not shot.
Here.
But it does seem like Pomona do want to leave A. Leaving the outlaw. It's a very dangerous gun. Through garage here. Looking to C split, it looks like foot contact here. Yeah. Yeah. Now the rotates are gonna start coming in here. Forward. Let's see.
Portal closed.
They do have the Omen blend to work with.
Spike planted.
Looks like they're gonna do a sight smoke here. Maybe
Blinding.
but it looks like every single player on the side of Pomona will be playing from long, avoiding this flood. Oh, we got a good late garage order coming in though.
Last player standing.
Getting it cleaned up. Wow. A very, very clean retake for the side of Fullerton.
The nightmare is becoming real.
Let me see.
Side.
Strong 3-0.
Actually,
What's up?
they're playing A side.
They are fighting for A once again. I do like how they're challenging this. Challenging. I don't have utility for it. Your fast teleports down short with a shotgun. Looking for that short kill. Fortunately, no Fullerton player found. Really aggressive bit.
Pushed up window.
Yeah,
and
it looks like they have to contain here. Fullerton is definitely gonna be stacking A. They're leaving site. I see. They might just be leaving Charles, maybe just to pick them off, honestly. Charles has been getting a lot of impact with this outlaw this game. I think I've seen him get like a kill every single round. At least one. It's been a demon with this gun. But Rudy keeping his aggro a bit on it.
Blinding.
Spike down A.
But the trade is there. Rudy's still aggressing up window here. Wants to take this
One enemy remaining.
rounds cross and rounds over. This seems like a very dominant start going out on the side of forward. Let's see what Pomona do have the Yoru ult and the dimensional drift and the from the shadows to work with here. I am really curious actually how they might be able to synergize like the two. You know, eventually for like a aggro side take. There is a ping up in the A heaven. They might be trying to open up in the heaven. But let's see, they are grouping up towards A once again. So Uriel will be showing.
I'll handle this. Here.
Lots of pieces there.
Here.
They know there's 2 on the A side.
Here.
Potentially synergizing utility here.
I'm back. Decoy.
Gets the kill in first.
Ouch.
Oh wow, 20x. Frying 3 of them on the entry.
One enemy
Look,
remaining.
maybe the ace here. Oh, it does trade up by. But Cowboy and Pomona are able to get their first round. That's a very good start. There's a potential comeback once again. I want to really point out the impact though. 20x.
I need a drop.
That you're all getting the information, but also just getting 3 on the entry there. Isolating fights perfectly on the side. Abusing that sight stroke. I think it was thrown from the side of Fullerton actually. But he was actually able to manipulate this stroke to isolate 3 good fights with the pop flash. Really good impact. Definitely see the impact going on there. But now they're looking towards mid. Not contesting 8 is first. changing up the pacing a little bit here. They fast dashing and run. Shocktar did miss a trip, but they are. They have but this is where it gets dangerous. You see how the Neon is actually inserted up A. They have full info in the A line here. Fullerton might be expecting this to see him. Easyman aggressing through the cage. Hotspot is aware, but still gets the fight. Big pick.
Cage
now,
triggered.
looks like it is trying to hit the B side. They will give.
They found my
Fullerton
wire.
will be giving him the sight, but a double flank is incoming here. Now they're aware of it. Here comes the fight.
Last player
Baiting out.
standing.
Goes for Charles. Pick on A. 1v2 situation. Charles is able to finish off the round there once again. 5-1 start now.
Go, go, go!
Side of CSU Fullerton. A dominant map 2 side here. It was really interesting how because Fullerton did once again contest that A line, they were able to just know that that Pomona was just hitting towards mid or C, like off the rip. So it'll be interesting to see maybe a possible adjustment, you know, denying like the A space. Maybe they could like use like maybe like a smoke or something to block off the vision. Make it a little bit harder.
I'm out of here!
A contest. Let's see how it goes. Seems like they will be fighting towards this A side. One stun is good and connects. They have to reach on the off. They'll commit to this fight. Charles once again picking up yet another one with his operator. He's been getting the fights he's wanted. Wilson's walking very aggressive positioning here. Wilson's looking for maybe one potential.
Gone.
Gets the
My
pick
ult
on the
is
A.
ready.
Falls back here. Looks like they might be trying to double face short. Charles is still holding long, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, they're the moment. Ooh.
Here.
This
Here.
smoke is actually really good. This is what I'm talking about. Like
They
using
found
the
my
smoke,
wire.
you know, to deny information here, making them worried about B. Mona is doing a very good job of manipulating the map right now. But already expecting Charles to come off once again. Come off. Charles has just gotten every single read on where they are. But already expecting
30
Fight.
seconds left. Last
Rudy
player
is ready for
standing.
the flank. Picks him off. These guys are just so aware.
My ult's ready!
This is gonna be hard for Quados. We've seen him do it before. We've seen him get these really big multi-kills, but I just think there's not enough time. He will have to save his gun.
10 seconds left.
They are going hunting though. Already aware.
Long.
Aware, and Houston gets the final kill. Quados unfortunately is not able to save their gun. 6-1 now, side of Fullerton. So domination continues. And I want to highlight something really important here, I think. I mean, I feel like Charles has just gotten every single opening kill with this op, or like at least like multi-frags, definitely. Just picking off the Pomona players one by one every single round. Whether it's the outlaw or the officers. Now he is a read that they might be going towards window here. So far, not the correct one. As Pomona are contesting A once again.
Time to jump.
TP flash seeming to go down here. Wilson still able to get the kill even with the Bucky.
Shot done.
Very low HP. See how they want to play off of that. They want to leave the A side.
Get out of my way!
Fullerton is. They did have audio in them leaving. Are they gonna react to this? Because they do have one player anchored on the C side. Easyman is not moved the entire round. For good reason as well, because they have control of A. As you can see here, the Neon is walked up A. They have fully cleared it. They are going to be ready for this. That's two.
Spike down.
Looking for more.
One enemy
Cleaning up on the
remaining.
Out
side.
of 5.
And Ouchie gets and Charles cleans it up once again for the operator. It just feels like
Gun here.
proactivity
Stay
on
top
the
as
defense
opposed
side here
to
is just
the fight demands it.
really been making it hard for the attack to like hit a site where there's not already 3 people waiting for them.
Really fast at rotating.
Yeah.
Too. Makes
Fullerton
it
are doing
really
a
hard for them
really
to.
good job at being
That's
proactive.
right.
Kind of disrespecting the space, you know? Doing a really good job at getting aggro positions. They are setting up Charles once again on the backside B, anticipating a mid fight. Doesn't seem like it's still yet on the window side. But he is holding out for Fruity here. Are they aware of the walkout? No, they are not. Fruity, good for one so far. Charles gets another pick with the off.
Oops.
Maybe does get the trade on Fruity. And Charles gets picked off actually with the hop. Really huge kill actually from the side of Pomona there. Not really sure how that
Our
killed him.
carrier is dead.
Spike
Does get
down,
the bomb
mid.
down. AV does get the trade once again. Okay, 2v2 situation.
One enemy remaining.
2v1. We also massive kill. Yes, both. That was actually a really.
They had nice picks.
What's up? Yeah, the nice pick.
They had
Yeah.
nice picks.
They had really good picks.
They were able to
actually
pick
towards
off
the
many.
side of, towards B. I'm not really sure how Charles died there, but that was a very, very big kill with control. Denying the operator finally. That's something that Pomona has definitely struggled with so far this game. But they did find an answer there with those 2 opening kills. Aggro C camp here for information.
Who's next?
They are Yori ulting towards the garage side. 20x, getting info and Cypher positioning there.
I'm back.
TP's out. Good for 1 and gets out. Aggressively into the site here. The flash is good.
No, I found my wife. I know exactly
The
where
does
you
get attack
are.
on the Quidons. 20x is able to get yet another pick.
Spike planted.
2 on default for the side of Pomona. Nice Yord
player
flash,
standing.
refight here.
One enemy remaining.
1v1. Charles though,
Wow.
confidence is just too high right
Charles
now.
cleans up around.
Charles cleans up the round once again. I don't know how many times I've said that now, but
Clutch.
I've said it a lot. Charles definitely feeling very confident in this map. Those guys off back. Charles' current stat line 16 and 5. Yeah, definitely very dominant so far. We'll see now. Once again, looks like Pomona is looking towards playing towards the inside of the map. Done this a lot so far.
Try not to die. Cutting through.
Charles is ready for the window peek once again. But they do smoke off front B to deny information. That is actually really good for them. But I think Charles can see above it. Unfortunately, he gets a collapse.
Spike down
Two.
mid.
That's that is crazy. Charles is actually getting everything he wants right now with this op. Smoke does go out front B. Does want to hold the smoke though. Charles having the right read once again into the garage peek here potentially. Be careful. I would be careful always on the side of the motor. Now Beezeman was spotted down C. They are chasing for this kill. Charles now slowing down. They let him go. He heard them running away though. Charles might be ready. My eyes are on Charles, man. This guy's been a nuisance with the op. And they have full A info once again. Rudy getting darted out, getting caught out. Unfortunately. I think they know where both are. I don't know if they know where
30 seconds left.
Banana is. They are not aware,
One enemy remaining.
but they are able to still clean it up.
Squash the last
And
bug.
able to convert the kills there. I mean,
Last round in the
not gonna lie,
half.
I mean, this game
Nothing
so
will
far
be
has just been
saved
a
up.
Charles show. I mean, I don't know what to
Use
tell
it.
you. These guys got like, you got a collat, like, these guys have been getting all the impact, all the openers every single round. Like, Fullerton's confidence
That
must
goes
just be
there.
sky high right now. But now, once again, I do want to see Pomona last one. Maybe contest A a bit more.
Yes.
That is
this should
exactly
do.
why Fullerton hadn't been able to get the right read.
I have retrieved the spike.
Aggressive down short. The open point is good. Already aware. But 20x is aware for listens. Good for 2. I think the second kill is spam kill. But he is overwhelmed. Rudy does get the trade on the AV though. Oh, Rudy. Picked off by 20x. 20x with 3 kills into the round.
One enemy remaining.
4 again.
Miles
Is this
ready.
another? Could this be an ace?
Last player standing.
Oh,
Oh my
gosh. Charles is not letting
Oh
them
my
have
God.
anything. Yo, this guy's actually the raid boss of the raid
Switching
boss.
sides.
Insane.
Charles is not letting them get anything. Denying yet another ace for 20x. 20x has almost gotten 2 aces. But it has just not been enough. Charles is just shutting them down. I'm not gonna lie, he might be clip farming. He's playing out of his mind. But you have anything is possible.
This goes here.
We're having a
this is
double
a nice
C
spot.
setup here, but it looks like Fullerton are definitely looking towards actually, we're a little unclear so far. I'm playing a little slow, but probably towards mid.
Cage
Facing a
trigger.
long cross. And they are going fast into this B side. Action is already going on. Houston already grabbing the first pick. I think Charles is going in.
They found my wire.
But C Link is where a lot of the action is going to be coming from. Dash out.
One enemy remaining.
Trades are there for the side of Fullerton. Oh,
It was you for me.
I tripped out a little bit. Cleaning up frostbite there. 11-2. Fullerton just lit on the gas right now. I mean, it's looking rough for the side of Pomona, I'm not gonna lie. 2-11 is definitely not. I want to start watching the second half, but I'm assuming yeah, Force is definitely coming out, I think, from the side of Pomona. So, which I think is much needed. You can't really be letting them
That
as
goes
well.
there.
They're aggroing up C, but once again, it looks like just another fast B hit. Frostbite's already at 1.
Revealing area.
Well,
A fine death.
Listens cleans him up. But there's a 3-man flank coming out. Decided
Spike
Pomona. Already
planted.
ready for this. Is Fullerton ready for this? Beastman is not aware at all, but let's get the trade. The trades are good for Pomona. This is a very winnable round. They still have, I don't really know about 20x. Not again. But the flash is good on the site. Wait, just retake together.
One enemy remaining.
I saw Rudy go for a knife there. But Lucien is good to go. Rudy trying to get the knife kill. Unfortunately, does not
Match
get
point.
it. Nice
Let's
try, though. I
end
do
this.
respect the effort. But Fullerton, I mean, they just look so good right now. I'm not gonna lie. Every single player on the team is definitely having a lot of impact into this game. I've seen big rounds from everybody. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really inside
For moments. Everyone had their
20X,
moments.
Yeah, we have seen 20x though almost get 2 aces right now. This is a bit brawl. Unfortunately, he's not able to ace this one. But
Kickoff
keep
with 3
fighting.
kills.
Shred. Almost gets a kill on the Charles here. Charles is just continuing to fight here. That's Omen blinded. Good utility from the Omen there. Denied that beat. But they just seem to really want to take these B fights. Assert dominance over the other team. Vidas is aware of this peak.
Cover going out.
Might have heard him smoke there. I don't know if they did, but if they were close enough, they definitely heard the smoke cue. But they have a cross. I think they might have heard it. They're very confident. Oh. Man, I saw one trying to back away, but it seems like they're coming back to face it.
Shadows
They definitely heard
traveling.
that one. I think Charles is very aware. Is the spam gonna
If he
come
sprays
in
him
here?
once, he's able to kill him.
Dude, I'm getting scared watching this. Charles will not go for this bait, but definitely heard the
30
smoke, I'm
seconds
pretty
left.
sure. Really wants this kill, but is possibly aware
But
of this
does he know the
crosshair.
omen is there?
One enemy
And yeah,
remaining.
they know. This is leaving them in a very rough spot. What? We got like getting the 4-piece, just like on Sunset. Getting that impact around here. I have Pomona.
Weapon here.
Hey, you never know. You gotta keep the dream alive, you know what I mean? Game's not over till it's over.
That's true.
I mean, if they came back from this would be freaking legendary. I'm not gonna lie. So, I'm all for it. I believe, honestly. I love watching
Time to jump.
comebacks. They're like probably like some of the most like satisfying and like energizing things to watch, honestly. But it looks like it's just gonna be a CS for the side of Fullerton. They're not messing around. They're just running it down here on the side. And it looks like it'll be a 5v5 retake. Well, on top of the box, 20x is already a low HP. I might have gotten spammed in the beginning of the round.
Deploying drone.
Owl drone here. Let's watch. The Moody is Omen Blind for the flood here. This Omen Blind can be very, very Omen Blind goes out, denying the retake, isolating. The fights are just going.
Last player standing.
He gets traded out. And that concludes map 2.
Attackers win.
Fullerton once again a very, very, very dominant performance. Second map here. And that concludes map 2. So we're either going to see a 3-0 here or potentially a reverse sweep coming from the side of Pomona. And we will now start a 5-minute break. I will update you guys right now actually on what the third map is. Third map will be Bind with Pomona on the defense. So Bind is it's actually a pretty good defense map. So there's a chance, I believe. But I'll see y'all in 5 minutes. All right, and we will now be starting the third map. I just wanted to highlight though, Charles is a monstrous performance, 25 and 8 KD in a 16 round game. 25 kills is insane. I mean, we saw the impact that he was having with that op and outlaw, like getting like 2 kills per round at least, sometimes 3. I'm really curious to see how Bind will play out, honestly. But it just seems like so far Fullerton has just had Pomona's number. But we'll see if Pomona can make this reverse sweep happen. I'm a believer. Bind is an interesting map. I'm actually curious. There's a lot of variety in comps that you can be running. And it looks like we have a Tejo potentially here. Tejo, Tejo's pick rate has definitely plummeted a lot ever since the obvious nerfs, right? I mean, we obviously had the Tejo breach meta before, but it seems like the side of Pomona is believing in the Tejo pick here. Honestly, I kind of like it. Even though the missiles don't regenerate anymore and all that, I do think like with the fade, comboing that utility can be really strong, and the missiles can also like just clear space, They're kind of like remote brim mollies, right? So it's really good for stalling, for sure as well. But looks like that's how they want to go with this double initiator with the fade Tejo. I'm pretty sure I think it's G2 professional team, right, that runs this composition actually. And then you got on the side of Fullerton here, we just got yet another double dive comp here, looks like, with Jet and Waylay. Honestly,
With a Viper.
with the Viper Brim, yeah. So they're doing like the
Viper Brim.
usually you would with the Viper Brim, you would usually actually see like the Yoru and the Rays. But with Fullerton, they're taking the double dash approach with Waylay Jet. So it's actually really interesting. Both comps are definitely not like we would call the standard comp, so I'm actually really curious. Because on the side of Pomona, you got the Tejo, right? Who's become a niche pick ever since the nerfs, but I still think has a lot of good impact. The stealth drone, in particular, is really strong ability for clearing angles and also potentially marking that suppress to deny utility to the player. But on the other side, we have the double dive with the first Viper, except it's not Yoru Rays, it's Jet. So it's gonna be really interesting, actually. Both teams have very different philosophies, not only from each other, but also from the standard. Curious to see how this plays out. Maybe incorporate some of these in my own games as well. But it's like a little banter going on in the all chat. But it seems like we got some aggression towards showers. And Frostbite opening up with 2.
Spike down A.
3 for
Wow.
Frostbite. Frostbite is not messing around. This guy wants that reverse sweep. Let's see if he can get more. Oh, Moody escapes just barely, but
One
Frostbite does
enemy
get the
remaining.
tag.
Spike down A.
Frostbite just opening it up with 3 in showers. Just peeking it, no fear. That's what I like to see on the second side of the Moda. But Moody just really wants that kill, he really wants that kill in the TP. I don't think they're gonna give it to him.
They're waiting for him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Moody. I don't know if they're gonna give you this one, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Showing off his Radiant buddy with the ghost there. Wait, do you like that knife or not?
What knife is that?
I think it's a battle pass one.
30
Battle
seconds
Pass,
left.
right?
I
I
kinda
don't
messed
have
with
that
that.
one.
Well, he's just trying to
Back
bait out
to
someone.
TP.
He's trying to bait out one, but he knows he needs to die maybe for the eco here. AB is ready. They just take Tejo stun off. Alright. A little overkill.
Oh, he's able to get one.
Able to get one on the Frostbite. But it doesn't even matter. That might be actually good for Frostbite, because Frostbite also gets another ult orb from that. Should have 4. Yep, has
Halfway
4.
to his ult.
Already in the first round of the game. This is a great start for Pomona. I think that's gonna revive the energy, after Two very dominant maps. Side of Fullerton. I really liked it. I think in the first 2 maps they're playing a little scared of them, a little too far back. I really like how they're just bringing the fire to this game, just peeking. You know, asserting dominance. Dodging the eye, hitting the side of Fullerton. Many shares. These guys are confident. I think this might be a force. No, it's not. Okay, it's like a half buy.
Where are
Maybe going to be ready for this dive. Not ready for the dive. Gets picked up by Lucy. Might be forward with bomb down. Are they aware of 3 dots?
Spike planted.
Both tail rockets now.
Smoke's down.
3 dots. Looking for.
the Fade Dog does not fear to burn in the shower.
Oh, but Rudy is aware of the shower alert. That is a big kill. The trades are going in favor of Fullerton so far. All they need to do is play time, and this round is theirs. Mona need to make a kill right now. Frostbite, only kill. 2 down already.
1 enemy remaining.
And the
Last
trades are
player
going
standing.
This is no problem.
1v1 situation. And he does close up the round. That is an eco win for the side of Fullerton. Bringing back the momentum they did lose. Seizing it right back. Not gonna lie, that was actually pretty unfortunate. I think Fullerton's like entry there into U-Haul to catch the fade off guard was really well played. Really just disrespecting the
This goes here.
utility that
Yes,
could be there.
this should do.
Just dashing in with that Bucky. But that is the double dive pump in play right there. Honestly, respect. The double dive to overwhelm the fire. But it looks like a 4-man fight.
Enemy kill.
Charles is still too nice with it. And they are falling back. I think they read that they might be fighting short. And it does not see them on the cam, but
My camera is
lots of Viper
destroyed.
out. But Pomona is aggressively taking short. They know that it's probably going to be a B hit. And yeah, the B hit is commencing right now. And it is able to get 1 core traded. That is a huge kill potential here for the side.
Spike planted.
Smokes are down for the retake here. Frost does have actually the
Last player
but he is
standing.
picked off, so. He does.
Gunner.
Nice shot on the first. No, he's not. And Fullerton goes to 2-1 lead. Honestly, I'm not. Maybe they just read it, but that kill that Charles got, that opening kill, it seems like they knew they were just gonna fight A short and just going to beat. Honestly, just unfortunate. I like how Pomona though, they are playing more aggressive on this map. Contesting them more.
They probably learned that it might make a difference.
Yeah. Which I think honestly, even though they are down, I think it has so far. I've definitely seen the rounds get closer. But it seems like the dash the double face is good though. Good job keeping it. Not able to play off the clear. Seems like they are tucking backside, not contesting anymore. They are happy to take that kill and leave it. But Hamudi is
They're KO'd.
aggressive. But they are aware that Big Dog is good. Oh, Cross is knocked down by Charles.
Give me a corpse. Give me a...
Last player standing.
I really okay. Things kind of just fell apart at the end there for the side of Pomona, but I really did like that that double peek into showers, like playing together there, peeking
Early
together.
pick.
Yeah, that early pick was really good. Like I see the potential. It's just I think like Charles getting that kill in the rocket, getting the double kill actually with the rocket there, definitely made it hard. Really unfortunate circumstances. And that hunt also scanning out the cipher. Really unfortunate. And it looks like they're just gonna run it down A. fast with the double dive bomb. Wait, spam is good though. Listen. Good volley to solve the plant rotators. But I mean, Charles is getting another spam kill. I mean, Mono just getting unlucky with these spams, I'm not gonna lie. Gale rockets are good to solve. He does get one in the ball. Fade dog gets the second. But the call for Fullerton here to TP. And they are aware.
Ollie.
Yeah, Mono should be aware of this by now. They are going to be planning on B. This is going to be. But I think.
Welcome to
They still have the
my
camera up, I'm
world.
pretty sure. They haven't tapped it yet. They saw him now.
Satchel out.
Yeah, this is good info at the camp to get. Beesman does escape. Just into the Viper pit.
Taken
Good
down.
for one.
Else ready.
One
They're
enemy
fighting.
remaining.
Crispy with it, gets two. And this makes it just very hard. He just wants to stir. He is looking for a fishing. But Glistens is the one to clean it up for him. But something I really wanted to point out, like I see the potential. I feel like Mono are actually playing pretty well, considering even though the scoreline doesn't say so. Like saving that Cypher cam for the retake, so they can potentially get like a pick off it or good info to play off of. Instead of a lot of players, you know, they like to just tap it early just to see where they are, but the enemy team's already repositioned by then. So the plays are there.
More of the same.
Yeah. But Fullerton also, they are just shooting, man.
Toxins going up.
Very dominant.
Get out of my
After
way.
losing that pistol round. But it looks like B-Long is going to be contested. A fight is about to commence.
Headshot.
Charles just too fast. Doesn't expect the second play. Straight out. And an overwhelmed on the site. Not moving out. And Fullerton just get another B site. But Kuidos does get one. This Kuidos good for another one here. Expect
Last player
no,
standing.
he will not. But 20x had a very active second map earlier. But again, cannot, unfortunately. We sent with the 3-piece to close out the round. I mean, man, I don't know. It's just really hard, huh? I mean, Fullerton do have 3 ults to work with here that can be very dangerous in combo. I can see a vision here where either Fade sees with Brimwell, Lily ult with Brimwell. Some very dangerous combinations could be done. But on the side of Pomona, you do have the Fade and Brim as well. You could synergize maybe on the plant to trap a kill. But looks like Fullerton just want to go be.
Toxins
Jet
going up.
actually will be lurking this time, so they are not doing a double dive on the side.
Toxin screen down.
We'll definitely be playing this round a little bit slower. They're letting Charles just work up for kills. Makes sense, because Charles is just killing them all. He has a 4 stack on A. Charles will need to be careful potentially. But the Whaley ult is
Launching smoke. Dim beacon here.
This will be a key site where Charles gets the first on the rotating. Lucid gets yet another one. Frostbite takes the TP, wants to face Charles. Charles just doesn't care. He gets another one. 20x. We're clearing elbow here.
Grenade is live.
So expects one to be close to elbow. Does not find him, but here's Charles. Send Charles up to 20x. 3 with 3. Oh my god, wait.
Thinking ace?
This might be
One
another.
enemy remaining.
Maybe a 4K though. He has gone up to 4Ks.
There.
They are aware it's too long. Yep, they know. I is broken.
Mierda.
He is sticking. Yep, and Evie is able to clean it up. And there we go. Moto get their second.
Did you think I'd let this thing go
20x.
off?
This guy has been their hero. I'm not gonna lie. Every single round I've watched this guy, he's honestly been. I mean, he also just sent Charles back there. Charles has been owning these guys like the entire match so far, but 20x was able to sit him down for the round. 20x being the hero for Cal Poly Pomona. They might have a play here at Teo ult. Do they have a read here potentially? It looks like they might be just trying to tail ult short.
Vamos.
Unfortunately, I do not think Fullerton will be playing into that. But we'll see how this play goes.
Bring them down.
Oh. I think I see. I think they were trying to do a trap with the dog.
Camera taken out.
I think they're trying to fade dog, and if it scanned people, they rip it. But
no one
Fullerton,
there.
being wise, yeah. Going towards the B, but it seems like Pomona have the read here. They already have 3 on the site with the site. On the B. Rotates are gonna start coming in inside Pomona. Ults are good here for Brute. He popped the he popped the Armageddon. Armageddon is popped on the site, the split site. He takes some instance. Rudy gets a spam kill. Bliss has his ult for post point for refight. This is gonna be really hard.
Face your fear.
Fatal launch. A lot of chaos going on.
It's gonna stick it.
Greedos gets 2. And they just that was a brutal launch, actually. I don't know if you noticed the fatal denies the sound. I don't know if Fullerton even heard it.
You're right, they probably did not hear the tap.
Honestly, really well played from the side of Pomona. Get the 3rd. They are definitely contesting this one for sure. I believe in a reverse sweep.
I believe in it. I see it happening. They're playing a lot more aggressive compared to the last 2
I
maps.
really like the way Pomona is pacing on this map. Sees Nate aggressive short. We're at short control.
Bomb buddy out.
Making Fullerton a little bit more wary of that. But it looks like Fullerton not really paying too much attention. Getting this
Bring them down.
maybe faking some B presence, trying to find trips. They still do have Brimwell. Both teams both have the Brimwell. Always up to deny space here. Charles. Been a nuisance for Pomona this entire series so far. Looking for those kills. If I'm Pomona, I'm being scared of A. But Charles seems to be regrouping with the team this time. Not giving anything. And they have contacted their way into B. No trips are found. But it seems like Pomona are expecting some trip placement. Make sure they don't lurk in. Spam feels good. Very low. Rotates.
Bring them down.
Banana with a spam kill on the Lucent.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Very good game sense to be able to shoot that. Let's watch.
Take hold. Where are you?
Moody takes off AV. That's a retake defensive. But Moody, good for another one. Clean shots.
Prepared for hellfire.
Alright. Fullerton
Whatever happens,
getting their 6.
Don't
Guaranteed
panic.
at least an even half.
Trembling is bad for your aim.
But it was really interesting here. Pomona with their trip placement was really for the lurks. They were expecting, they had the read on Fullerton to be lurking up. Like they did on the map of Sunset. Where they were kind of just contacting their way into sight. So good awareness to have those anti-lurk trips. As we see here, to be placed once again, anticipating that they might do it again. But it seems like Fullerton are not going to bother with that. They're just going to go towards that.
Bring them down.
20x. He has been good for them so far.
Launching missile.
Isolates
Ignition.
one. Charles dodges the sun. Takes him off.
Spike planted.
Sees him in. Getting 2 on the flank.
Last player
And
standing.
Lucen's just too aware. Getting that pick. Kidos. Very good.
Flawless.
Unfortunately, is cleaned up by Moody. 7-3 side of Fullerton. I really like the way Fullerton are just kind of reacting a lot, like really well to like Pomona setups.
Mhm.
They are just, like, the problem I think is right now is that, like, I think Fullerton are just getting like isolated 1v1s at Pomona and giving them. And since they are shooting right now very well, it is definitely penalizing them. Kickoff going for a fearless peek here. Clear out B short. Gets the info. Oh, they don't know. This aggression
Down
is
and out.
perfect from the side of Pomona, getting that first pick. Fullerton was not where, but they do flood out long.
Need a break.
Doing a thing.
Rocket is not good. Charles denies it once again. Just going for the play. Oh, Kidos sits him down. Once again, this guy is clean with it.
Spike planted.
Welcome to my world.
The Viper Pit is committed this round. Charles, good for another. I think he just wants to go for more here. But it is spotted out.
Last player standing.
Does not care. Moody cleans up Kidos in the pit. I mean, yeah, it always looks like Fullerton is starting to run away with this game once again.
Last round before the switch.
But I like the adjustment. Mona, it was an eco round for them. It's going to be hard no matter what, but I really like their plan. Being fearless, you know, for map control, taking those risks, and getting rewarded for it with those opening kills. Kidos hit some very nice shots that round. But I mean, Charles, once again, just cleaning it up. Charles has been just a driving force for this Fullerton team.
Yes, this should
Been a
go.
pleasure to watch.
This is a nice spot. That
But
goes
we can
there.
switch the Cypher to A this
Yes,
round. So they
this
are
should
switching
go.
the setup. They are contesting B long.
I'll find you.
They know Fullerton will like it. But again, Fullerton just have the read on this. They just don't want to deal with it.
Toxins free down.
But the spam. And there's a double TP here for the side of Mona. They are. Oh wait, 20x is very aware of this. That's the first. Can he get that?
Spike
He
down.
gets
B.
3.
One enemy remaining.
And it's a 1v1
Last player
situation,
standing.
20x. Can he do it again? Need a hero for this team. Has a rep. Is a very, very aggressive rep here and has full utility. Beezeman is not aware so far. 20x. A very good rep here.
Light munition.
Unfortunate. And he just
Very
did not close
close.
it. 20x really trying his best out there.
Prepare for hellfire.
Switching sides.
It is a very unfortunate circumstance for him. He has just been a hero for this team so far. Against East Bay as well, this guy was a total nuisance to them. He has definitely been having a lot of impact during this event. 3-9. Do you believe in the 3-9 curse?
I believe in a 111 curse.
Believe in the
not the
111.
39.
NRG Fanatic. Those who know. Is it the 111? Is 3-9 dead, guys? Might be.
39 is no longer a curse.
Let's see if Pomona can prove this wrong here. Does the 9th curse still exist?
Where are
Look where
you?
he showers aggression very fast. Frostbite really impacted this run last time with that Sheriff 3K. Can they do it again? Gets the first. That's already what we need. 2 kills already to the side of Pomona. Good start to this pistol. Already aware of Charles.
Spike planted.
Already inserted into his backside angle. He hears all this noise. He knows when to shower. But they are fighting flank. There is a very active flank fight going on here. AV. Being played off of here. Gets
Smoke's down.
One enemy remaining.
nice. And this leads to a 3v1 situation. Moody gets the first that he needs. That started it all.
One enemy remaining.
That's the second, but there is a molly on the bomb. So Moody gets the third. Is there time? There might be time.
Dying here would be.
No, there is not. And Pomona get their pistol round. The start of the potential comeback right here. They have actually won both.
Maybe
pistol
the 39
rounds
curse
now.
is real.
It might be real, guys. If you're supporting Pomona, don't lose hope. They just gave it back to you right there with that pistol. Last time though, Fullerton were able to pull off the anti-eco.
Don't get cozy.
Don't do that again here. Alright, looks like an aggro on
Find
there.
you.
Aggro belong.
Still waiting.
Wilson is able to get a tag, but is very low. He also gets tagged. Booty getting grenaded here, but is able to live through. Good for one. Trades are here though. There's a lot of chaos on the
Spike
site.
down B.
Bring them
He's
down.
able to get one on site.
Last player
No,
standing.
Beesman with the third. That is
Thrifty.
Beesman
It's a comeback.
with the 4.
Weapon here.
That was insane. I just see Beesman on the side smoke just running around getting 4. He just isolated 4
shooter.
kills like perfectly. I mean, he is shooting. I mean, that is not the way you want them to go if you were Mona. Very unfortunate. I saw that timing that the dog did not scan Beesman.
Where are they?
But it does look like a 5-man hit on the A shore. Sneak around. Desperately trying to get one.
Find
Carlos
you.
gets the first. Beesman wants to get good for another one.
Bring them down.
They want to aggressive. They want to fight all the way up. Beesman again for a second. This guy's just loving it now.
Last player standing.
Wow, I mean,
Absolutely demolished.
man. Beesman is just having a game right now. Getting the knife. That must be a timeout, yeah, for the side of Pomona. There needs to be definite change in game plan here, as Fullerton just have their number right now. It's really unfortunate too, because they did win both pistols. Like, I see like the game plan. Like the game plan is there. They're just getting picked off, unfortunately. Got our defense as well. It felt like they actually had good control of a lot of these rounds, but we're unable to close out the rounds just from individual heroics from the side of Fullerton. But let's see. Can the timeout here for Pomona ignite a comeback? It is 4-11. We've seen it before. Let's see if they're able to pull it off. I mean, I just want to highlight here this timeout. I want to highlight Beesman. I mean, this guy, he's just been frying them all. That thrifty round with the 4K Guardian, that was very hard to do, let's say that. Not something that happens every day, but he was able to pull off what I thought was impossible. And Rudy finally gets the orb down. Took a few tries, but does get the orb down. And it looks like they're shooting an ace split. Simple ace split on the side of
Satchel out. Satchel
Let's see
out.
how he do it. KO Rocket is good. Nice control.
Out of charges.
Beesman is just disrespecting it. Let's get my eyes. But he does get spammed out. That might have been a little overheat, but rightfully so.
Cage triggered.
Alright, Mona in a 5v4 situation. Was this somehow unable to hit a single shot there? He got robbed, I'm not gonna lie. Nice shot. Okay, Pomona, they are getting the trades here. Let's see if Frost can get another one.
One enemy remaining.
Banana gets one more. 1v2 for Wilson. But Frostbite gets a shot. Is able to get Pomona their 5th. The dream is alive.
The comeback is real.
The dream is definitely alive. That is step 1. Oh, man, no. This is going to be a hard one. Aside from Mona, it is doable. Fullerton will definitely not make it
Let's
easy.
make some chaos.
Easeman did try to get, I think he got a little over-ambitious that round, but they found instant triple.
I have retrieved the spike.
I think they were comboing the fade
Cage
sequel,
triggered.
but the aggression down B long is just too good. And now they have full info on that line. They